Hello everybody, this is Scott Woods again. Today we're going to be talking about how to find and build a carrier database if you're a new freight agent or a new freight broker. A lot of guys, they might have found some freight, maybe some tips and tricks that I've shown you. But you're a new guy out there, maybe you don't have an established credit rating, things of that nature. So I'm going to show you how to find some new carriers who are going to be hungry and want to pull your freight. Well, you're going to see that I'm on Google right now. Well, I'm going to enter this search term right here, which is FMCSA licensing and insurance. You'll see that it's already going to come up in my browser, and the search query links are going to be there. Well, that's what we want to find is the licensing and insurance carrier search page for the FMCSA. Well, if you type in that search query, you're going to come to that. Your first link, that's what we're going to go to. That's going to take you to the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration site. All right. Now you're going to see where you can, typically you would go to this site. This is one of the sites where you could do a safety check on a carrier, things like that. Make sure he's got appropriate insurance. That will lead you to his CSA score, so you could see his basic scores, things of that nature. But we're not even going to go through that today. I'll show you that in another video, or, when you eventually sign up for one of my training classes, we go through it all. I just give you little tidbits here on YouTube so you can kind of get an idea of what you're going to learn. But you're going to see up here in the right hand corner where it says choose menu option and the go sign. Well, what I want to do here, I want to choose this option right here. It's highlighted. It's FMCSA register. All right. We'll choose that option. We'll hit go. All right. Now, every day, and today is February the 25th that we're recording this video for you, you'll see every day at around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the FMCSA will release a report of everybody who has been granted their authority, whether it's a new authority or whether it's they might have had a carrier might have had his authority revoked, or a broker might have had his authority revoked, and maybe they've had it reinstated. Like for the carrier, one of the biggest reasons he has it revoked is because of insurance reasons. Maybe his insurance lapsed. A broker will have his authority revoked if he had a claim on his bond because he did not pay a number of carriers. But either way, this is going to have them all listed here. Now you have two options for choosing this report. You can choose a PDF download, or you can choose an HTML version, which is a web page. Well, for what we're going to be doing here, I think the easiest way for you to get this information is by choosing the PDF download. And you can go backwards for up to, 2 weeks on this. But let's choose the PDF, and it's going to open up. Now you're going to see up here in the corner that this is a 44-page PDF. Now, just to save us some time so we don't have to go through all the searchings and things like this, I'm going to cheat it a little bit and I'm going to scroll down. Now, if you want to read all these people, they got revoked or discontinued or stuff like that, you go ahead. But what you can do is actually start scrolling down. Once you get past the typical list, all right, you're going to start seeing the names of companies and information there for decisions and notices released today. Well, what I am actually looking for, I'll go down to around page 29 or 30 typically, and that's where it typically starts. And basically, I'm going to scroll up to one particular section. And today it's around 25, 26. Well, I'm starting to look at the dates, and I'm starting to look at the MC numbers. All right. Now, basically, what I am looking for is when the MC numbers start running in consecutive order. All right. Now, you will see here, all right, that this MC number that we're looking at, 856 971, effective date 2/20/14. That was on Monday. He's going to be an interstate common carrier except household goods. It gives you his name and address, and most importantly, his phone number. All right. Now, the next one you're going to see is going to be 856 973. That's a different carrier, telephone number, etc. 856-974, PDM Steel Service Centers, that's another one. What you're looking for are common carriers, interstate common carriers, because these guys, these new guys, and not everyone's going to fit the bill, but that's why you got to get them on the phone. Okay, these new guys are going to be the one, they just got their insurance and their authority. They've kicked out a lot of money. They've got their owner operating authority. What they want to do, is start moving loads. Okay. And everybody you see on the list as they go down, 856-975, that's, DBA PG Trucking. Then here's another one, 856-976. And you got to pay attention to that where it says Interstate Common Carrier, because you're also going to have brokers lumped into this too, and also contract carriers. All these guys are your brand new owner operators, basically out there, that are going to be looking for business. And the reason I say they're going to be looking for business is because a lot of the large brokerages out there are not going to do any business with these guys until they've been around 6, 8 months, or a year. Well, they got to get some freight. They got to pay for they got to pay that insurance. They got to pay the truck payments, the trailer payments, stuff like that. So what you can do, if you call them and kind of feel them out, most of them are going to end up taking their loads from brokers. They're the new guys on the block, and you just ask them some questions. What type of equipment they have, what lanes are they going to be running, and then you go find freight in those lanes for them. All right, because you're a new broker, you kind of partner up together. You're looking for carriers to haul your freight, and they're looking for freight to be loaded on their trucks. All right, I mean, yeah, they can get set up with a couple big brokers, but they're not going to be able to keep them loaded all the time. And quite frankly, if they get set up with some of these big brokers, they're going to pay them next to nothing. You can afford to pay them a better rate and actually make good money on your freight too. And you actually are building up a network which will keep you in business, on down the road. I found, through moving freight for the last 15 years, that a strong carrier database will keep you in business throughout even the worst times in this industry. Not that there are a lot of bad times. All right. Well, basically, you want to call their information here where you can get them. You don't, as far as on the right. And once again, if you don't have a contact manager, put it in your contact manager. Get a contact manager like Outlook or Act or Goldmine or something like that, where you can set alarms and follow up with people and things like that. You are still selling. It's an essential part of the selling process. You're selling your services to this new carrier. And eventually, he's the guy that's going to be hauling your freight for you. These little things that I'm showing you how to do can help you build your business. All right. These are a lot of little things that a lot of people don't know about. All right. Every day there are 500 to 1,000 carriers that are getting their own operating authority. Call them, give them some information on your company, and start moving some freight with them. You'll find you'll be more successful. All it takes is 3 or 4 of these guys that you're running all the time. It's almost like you'll be their per se dispatcher or their pro se dispatcher. This is just one of the little tricks you can do, all right, to help orchestrate and build your business and be moving more freight. Guys, I'd like you to go to my website at www.freightbrokertrainer.com. I'm going to spout off, and I'm going to toot my own horn here. I've invested 20 years in brokering freight in the transportation industry. I'm going to show you more ways to make money in this industry than anyone. I am America's freight broker expert. All right. I'm going to show you more different profit centers where you can make money as a freight broker agent, a truck agent, an independent dispatcher. That's a business I invented, was independent dispatching carriers, who don't have the funds to afford a regular dispatcher. I'll show you 5 different profit centers other than brokering freight in which you can make money. enroll in my next webinar. Go to my website at www.freightbrokertrainer.com. Call me directly, 888-854-6270. Let's have a chat. I'd like to thank you for viewing this YouTube video today. Please take a look at some of the others.